Greetings all, just for those that are joining us, I'm going to be starting today by doing a little bit of trial mode in order to farm some LP. Now I can't get very far at the moment because we're still early in the game, but it does help a lot when just getting LP, even when you can only do a few stages. So that's what we're going to start with at the moment. It's pretty much as far as I'm going to get at the moment. Oops. It's important to load the right save up in order to get those license points into the game. Hello and greetings to those just joining us on the stream. Okay, so I'm getting about 70 to 100 license points. I did spend them all before going there in the first few stages. So trial mode is definitely the way to go in terms of farming license points, outside of using the cheat, of course. Down here, I did make a video on that, which I don't want to do. So I'm just going to do the one run for the time being. And I'm going to see how we get on now. Hello, Mr. Death. I'm going to see how we get on now with the hunt that we've got to do. We picked this up, I think, in one of the last streams or something. This one, Marauder in the Mines. Okay, I thought we'd spoke to the petitioner. Obviously we hadn't. This is the one. Hello, Ash. Welcome. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Just going for some chilled, laid-back playtime on Final Fantasy XII here. Oh, sorry to hear that, Mr. Death. I do wish you luck, though, with your homework. And into the mines we go. So this guy, I think, can be a little bit tricky going from memory. Just there, okay. Hiya folks, those just coming on the stream, hello, welcome. Now, one of my main problems I'm facing at the moment is that I've gone for a few health boosts on the license board, as you can see. Balthier and Bash have well over 1,000 health each, but I still have no easy access to high potions, and with no white mage in the party, healing is slow, to say it bluntly. I've only got this one hunt to do, then I think we can go ahead and proceed with the story. There's going to be quite a few cutscenes to start with today after this hunt. Still nothing as extreme as in Star Ocean 4, for those that have been watching that playthrough, you'll know what I mean. You get like 10-15 minute long cutscenes in that game. Why me? Hello, welcome to the stream. I'm doing good, thanks, how are you? Just check where we are on the map. Okay, so it's just another couple of areas across to the mark in question. Greetings guys, nice to see a few people logging onto the stream this morning. Monday morning at 20 to 12, I didn't expect too many to be coming on, so it's nice to see you all up and about. Okay, now let's just slow things down a bit, try and get some healing going. This is where things could possibly go completely haywire if we're not careful. This guy's a little bit tricky. And we are doing him without too much of a decent setup going on here. Yeah, at it again. And let's go for it, shall we? Have I got a dispel mote? I don't think I have actually. No, we could get one from trial mode, but I'm just going to risk not using it, to tell you the truth. Okay, aquarium mote's a no-no apparently. He is quite blue, I guess. If we can stay on top of healing Bash, then hopefully his tanking should be fairly helpful here in keeping the damage off Varn. Let's just, for the time being, just switch a couple of gambits around here. I know we've only got 12 high potions, but if we're not going to use them now, then probably no point holding on to them. There we go. Let's just throw a Kronos tier, is it called? Yep. Fairly close now. Okay, kill the ads. Ah, we're out of high potions. It's all going wrong now. Right down to the last inkling of health here. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm going to reload. This time, I'm going to try and stay on top of healing a little bit better than we did. That did not work out well. Good job we get the auto save feature. Right, so let's go ahead with a few heals here. If we bring Fran in temporarily, then hopefully she can bring us back up to a decent health here. And what we want to do is just under her attack have ally health 70%, which is the highest we can do at the moment, and that way she'll keep everyone hopefully topped up outside of battle. But only outside of battle. She'll heal as normal then in battle, if that makes sense. Just throw a couple of potions. Okay, let's risk this now, shall we? I'm going to see if there's anything else we can throw, though, at this guy. Hello, guys. Thanks for those that have just popped on. Welcome. We're just trying to go for this hunt here, and he's just wiped us, so... going to have another go. Going to start by throwing something at it, I think. Maybe we can do a little bit of nice damage to start with. No, no. Aquaria seems to be out of the equation. So let's try Aero. And it's a little bit annoying because we're going to probably have these ads, and he does a lot of damage even without them. So what I'm going to do is set Bash to, yeah, lowest max health. That's what we want. Oh, come on. The problem with Fran is she only has a little bit of health as well. Although she's probably the best healer. Hello, Exilo. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for that. That's very kind of you to say. I'm going for a more laid-back playthrough at the moment, though, with this live stream. But we're having a bit of fun. Come on, kill the ad. Okay, now let's see if we've got a chance at taking this guy out. Dear, dear. Fran is now officially out of MP. So this guy does actually get quite tricky as his health goes really low. And not just because of the ads that came onto us last time, but just because I think his damage increases. Let me just check how Balthier is healing. He is set to heal, albeit he's just not doing a lot of it at the minute. I think now we can risk changing potion to high potion without running out of them. I mean, we got him quite close last time, didn't we? On the last attempt. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Jackie, welcome. Hello. Thanks for stopping by this morning. Yeah, I told you this is where he gets harder now. He's like comboing left, right and centre. Slow down, slow down. That's what I'm trying to do here. Let's throw a high potion on manually onto Bash. Come on, come on. He's got just a smidgen of health left we need to get rid of here. In fact, I've got a good idea, something we can probably one-shot him with. Balance mote. As long as we don't get healed before we cast it. Still 500 points of damage isn't too shabby. Is he dead yet? Not quite. Let's throw an ether onto Fran so she can get back to cure healing. Nobody's attacking at the minute because everyone's trying to keep everyone else alive. I'm worried we're getting low on potions as well. We've got 2 left. Come on. Is he dead? Yes, he's dead. That was a tough one. That was a tough one, it's got to be said. But we did it. We did it. Great stuff. Oh. So we're extraordinarily low now on high potions. But as I said, that was really the fight we wanted to use them on. So let's just make our way now back to the bounty guy. Welcome, Elsie. Welcome. Good to have you join us this morning or this afternoon or whatever time zone it is that you're coming to us from. So for those that are just joining us, we're just going for a kind of laid-back, easy approach to playing the game at the moment here on PC. Elsie asks, can you please tell us, does the Rex method work for PC? The short answer, unfortunately, is no, it doesn't. The long answer is, it may be possible that it does, and we just don't know how that works yet. But there are people working on it, trying to figure it out. The main problem is that it seems that Square have purposefully stopped the manipulation from taking place with the RNG by changing the seed as to when Rex starts the healing sequence when you first load up the Rex save file. Now, it is still fundamentally the same, as in there's no true randomness in this game. All the numbers are based on a fixed sequence, and that is still true. But where you actually start in that sequence now is no longer fixed as it was on the PS4, which is really quite annoying. So if you are going to be able to manipulate the RNG, it's probably going to involve having to back up save files and then copy them back in when you want to use a Rex healing. At the moment, though, there's no known way, unfortunately, is the short answer, as I say. Hello, Peritin. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you again. So we've just completed a hunt here. And it was quite a tricky one. Took us 2 attempts. Mainly because we got jumped on by a bunch of ads on the first attempt. I was going to send a text message to somebody. Oh, the Rose Corsage. That's good. That's good. Okay, that Great Serpent skin is something we do not want to sell. At all. Because we need it for a quest later on. Or for a little side bit of content. Right, so that Rose Corsage should be good for Fran that we just collected. Makes you immune to silence. But does increase magic power. Which is what she needs. For her healing prowess, as they say. Okay, right, let's head over to the quest marker now, which is just over the other side of the town. Make sure we're heading the right way. This place always confuses me, actually. There we go. And now, as I say, we are going to get a bunch of cutscenes, so I'll try and be quiet through those. Gives me a chance, actually, to get a couple of text messages sent that I need to do. So I'm just going off the commentary for probably about a minute and a half or so. and then I'll be right back with yous.
Sir Bosch von Ronsenberg, it was not so very long ago that I announced you had been executed.
And that is the only reason I draw breath.
So you are the sword he strung above my head. Vane has left not a thing to chance. And?
A leader of the resistance has fallen into Imperial hands. A woman by the name of Amalia. I would rescue her, but I need your help.
This resistance leader, this Amalia, she must be very important. You understand my position to consider.
Would you let us see Larsa? He's got my friend with him.
I'm afraid you're too late. Lord Larsa's cortege has already rejoined the Imperial detachment. I am told they will depart for Rabanastre upon the arrival of the fleet this eventide.
What are we waiting for?
For you to calm down.
Captain Ronsenberg, surely the exigencies of position are not lost on you. Why, indeed, you should find the enemy's chains an easy burden to bear.
Wait. Sorry. Can't be helped.
Summon the guard.
Huh?
They are to be taken to Judge Geese.
Those decrepit basking fools in Arcades tie my hands, and look what happens. I tell you, this country's obstinacy knows no bounds.
The insurgents in Rabanastre operate alone at present. However, should they garner external support, the situation could worsen. We have found the counter-imperial elements in Bujerba to be conspicuously well-funded. No doubt Marquis Ondor is behind this. Ondor must be reined in.
By the way, the Marquis has written us a letter. He claims that he's recaptured our runaway. He's given him to Geese.
He will die by my hand.
Your fraternity is moving. Ah! Geese returns with Larsa. Tomorrow morning they will leave Bujerba. See him home safely, Gabranth. Now I'm expecting Dr. Sid. You may leave.
We must see the real thing, to be sure. Nabadis taught us much. Yes, it's well hidden. They'll be off chasing after shadows, the fools. Ah, yes. The reins of history back in the hands of man. Ah, Vane. You seem to be enjoying your job as consul.
I was kept waiting fully 2 years. What news of Arcades? Our honored members of the Senate?
Hard at work, as always, trying to find a dagger for your back.
They are welcome to try.
Prisoners, my lord.
Majesty.
After what you've done, how dare you? You're supposed to be dead.
Come now, come now. Have you forgotten your manners? This is hardly the courtesy due the late Princess Ashalia Benargin Dalmasca.
Princess?
To be sure, she bears no proof of her former station, no different than any mean member of the insurgents.
The Resistance.
His Excellency the Consul asks the ministry of the dethroned royal family in restoring peace to Dalmasca. Those who foster instability and unrest, who claim royal blood without proof, they shall meet their fate at the gallows. There are no exceptions.
I will not play puppet to Vayne.
King Ramanas entrusted me with a task. Should the time come, he bade me give you something of great importance. It is your birthright, the Dusk Shard. It will warrant the quality of her blood. Only I know where to find it.
Wait. You took my father's life. Why spare mine now? You would have me live in shame.
If that is your duty, yes.
Stop being so stubborn. Keep on like this and you're gonna get us all killed.
Don't interrupt.
What?
Vaughn, that stone.
It was in the palace treasure.
Well, well. Splendid. You brought the stone with you. This spares us a great deal of trouble.
Don't give it to him!
Oh, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. It was longer than a minute and a half or so, which is what I said. But the cutscenes are still going on, so I don't think that mattered too much.
You have to promise. No executions.
Hello to those just joining us as well over the last few minutes on the stream.
Take them away.
My lord.
Lady Ash is to be quartered separately.
Don't forget, folks, if you haven't already, please make sure you do subscribe to my YouTube channel. That does support me, and hopefully it will keep you notified as well when I put content up on the channel in future. So we are currently aboard the Dreadnought Leviathan, and it looks like we've been captured.
So you were carrying it all along. The Fate's jest.
Tell these fates of yours to leave me out.
Keep quiet.
There was nothing else that I could do. You know that.
Oh, I understand. Honor, duty, and all that. I still can't believe that was a
I say
princess.
keep quiet.
The Marquis has been busy.
Not lightly did I beg his aid. Listen, it's been a full 2 years. I alone have kept Her Majesty safely hidden. I doubted friend and foe alike. I could trust nobody.
You did your duty, and mine for me.
I'm getting her out. I need your help.
Of course.
Wow, I forgot how long those cutscenes were in this section. So let's go ahead and save our game. Okay, so if you do struggle here, because you do get that warning there, don't you, at the save crystal, you get it in a few places around this game, then you can always still go to trial mode in order to farm some license points. You can't get experience there, but you can power your characters up in terms of, you know, increasing their health or whatever the case may be. So just something to bear in mind, really. So we've got the map for the Leviathan.
Wait. A word of caution before we set out. See that red web of light spanning the passageway? It is a mechanism to detect intruders within the ship. Break one of those beams and an alarm will sound, summoning the guard. The alarm should cease after a time, but it's better to avoid drawing unnecessary attention. Come, Her Majesty awaits.
Oh, sorry about that. You probably heard me having a coughing fit there. I did try and get the mic off, but I might not have caught it in time. Okay, you can get a chest there, but it hasn't spawned for us. So there are some one-time chests in this area, and it is important for us to grab them since we can't return to the Dreadnought Leviathan once we've made our way through the story section that we're doing at the moment. $11 gil, that was worth it. And we do have to go through that barrier, unfortunately. So we'll just kill the enemies. You can actually get some really good battle chains built up in this area, by the way. There are other enemies here that can break your chain. But you can technically ignore those. Although there's not an infinite number of mobs. Even if you go through the alarms multiple times. Right, there can be a chest here, but there isn't. Okay, so we're going to kill the enemies downstairs and upstairs and grab the treasures. Foster's actually quite powerful as well, so it's nice to have him as a guest character through this section of the game. Just going to check his gambits. Telekinesis, very good. What has he got in terms of other abilities? There's Soul Eater. I had no idea he had Wither and Expose. I don't think they're going to really come in useful too much, unfortunately, through the time that we have him. But later on in the game, they will be very, very powerful indeed. Okay, then that's all the enemies down here, so let's just go ahead and loot the place. Oh, just need to take that off actually, that's why we've been getting rubbish treasures at the moment. The diamond armor, it's only good for certain chests. For general looting, you don't want to be using it at all. Now, one-time chests are okay, because they'll tend to give you the same loot regardless of whether you're wearing the diamond armlet or not. But for the respawnable chests, you only want to go ahead and use the diamond armlet on certain ones that actually have better loot. Just want to make sure we have looted everything here. And it looks like we have. Okay, let's move on back up then. Or down, rather. I just want to say something. There is a chest we can grab, you see, but I'm not sure if we can get it yet. But if we can, I will. Oh, the chests are back anyway, the respawnable ones. So yeah, looks like we can. It's just over here. Welcome guys to those just joining us on stream. Sleep. That's the one time chest you do want to get. And now we head through those doors at the bottom that we just went through. So there are no chests in this area now. There is a save crystal though, but don't forget you are going to end your battle chambers we just ended anyway by touching the save crystal. So just bear that in mind. I didn't actually mean to go through there. Okay. So we just want to go down here now. Yeah.
Fear not their numbers. Take down the leaders and the others will follow.
So this is just a fight against the soldiers, but there are a few of them, so I do need to make sure I stay on top of healing here. And goodness me, I think I know why I was coughing. I think a neighbour or something's burning. No, I don't mean the neighbour themselves is burning. I mean, they are burning something, and I don't know what it is, but it is stinging my eyes. Yeah, that wasn't a boss fight, despite the whole victory dance here. Or lack of victory dance, as the case may be, in Final Fantasy XII. There's no sword swinging around the heads in this one, is there? Okay, we get the #1 brig key. And this is where that save crystal is, just through here. Now we get the system's access key. So that'll come into use a little bit later on. Let's go ahead and save, and then we'll go and investigate some of these other brigs at this point, including the one over here, which contains a vendor. Yeah, we'll see the wares. Oh, there's a couple of decent weapons. If you're playing on weak mode, by the way, then you might want to go ahead and purchase the Vega, since guns are pretty much the most viable form of getting through weak mode, since they're the only weapon that aren't dependent, the only weapon type I should say, that aren't dependent on your character's level. And since in New Game Minus your character's level is stuck at level 1, guns are the logical choice. So I'll just see if there's any upgrades for our team here. There's an Osufun for Belth, so we'll go ahead and purchase one of those. He can have that. We could go for a bronze mace for Varn for an extra +7 in his attack. And then a cherry staff should be an upgrade for Fran, but she's just going to need to go ahead and learn the license for that. So let's just do that now before we move on. Hopefully we can do it. Where's her weapon upgrades? Oh, there's sleep. We've picked sleep up, haven't we, recently? So we can go ahead and learn that one. We could also do poison as well, but... there's the cherry staff. We want to make sure we learn that one first. And then we can go ahead and not learn poison because we don't have the required points. I do want to learn that because we can grab both of those items from trial mode very early on. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and enter one of these other cells. Or both of them if we need to. This one's got nothing in.
You are unharmed?
Vossler,
Majesty.
It's nothing. I'll be fine. You...
Come on, let's go. What are you waiting for? Panelo's still out there.
We should hurry. They won't be long.
We will talk later.
Right, so we've got Ash in the party at this point. And I'm just going to see... First of all, I'm just going to check on my little list that I've got, which are pre-planned, as to what jobs Ash will be getting. And she is going to be getting... Okay, she's getting Time Battle Mage and the Knight or Ulan class. Oh, thank you, Peritin. No, I really appreciate that feedback. It's very kind of you indeed. I forgot what I said she was getting, was it? Okay, Time Battle Mage and Ulan. So we'll go for Time Battle Mage first. There we go. So it won't be long, we'll be upgrading to the second job system as well. But we're not quite there just yet, it's got to be said. Right, we'll start by learning some trinkets, accessories even. Hi folks, to those stopping by on the stream. Thank you for the subscription, appreciate that. Battle harness. Yeah, we'll just learn some of these to start with. Oh, thank you, Peritin. That's really thoughtful. I could do with a cuppa, actually. I'll let you off the hook, though. I'll go and make one once the stream's finished. Once I go and have my lunch. Ooh, time magic. That looks good. And we've actually got both of those spells as well. Ready to go. Right, is there any way we can get to HP plus? I do like trying to just increase our survivability early on, if at all possible. It doesn't look like it, no. We're going to have to wait till we get her second job by the looks of things. Okay. Let's just go for some other rubbish here then. For now. Ah, there's one. Okay, that'll do. I'll spend some more license points later off stream. I don't want to bore everyone silly doing that. I'll just see if there's any gear for her at the moment. Okay, well, I'll sort it all out later. I probably won't be using Gash all that much immediately anyway until I've had a chance to go through and sort her equipment out and just spend a little bit more time on her license points. But at least we can use slow with her. That's going to be a good bonus to start with, quite frankly. Right then, so now we need to start making our way back, pretty much.
Majesty, we will cut your path.
I will not place my trust in the sword of a traitor.
Yet trust his sword we must, traitor or no. I see no other way. We track back, commandeer a ship, and make our escape. Her Majesty cannot abide weakness, least of all in herself. We must make her confront the reality of our plight.
Okay. Right, so we just need to run forward now, and we might have enemies chasing after us. But we've got the systems access key. And they will be highlighted for us, the terminals will be highlighted for us, rather. Now, it's probably a good idea, actually, just to charge through these. But hey, a few extra experience and license points never hurt anybody, the last time I checked. Let's just keep moving though for now. And what have we got here? Okay. Somebody been blinded? Yes, they have. So we'll cast some eye drops onto Vossler there. And let's just keep moving. And it's nice we're getting a battle chain built up again. The reason being is that as you get a high battle chain, the coins you get actually start healing your party. Which is obviously a bonus when you're taking a lot of damage, as we just were. I'm just going to check. I think we might have missed something there. Let's make sure we didn't before we go on. Okay, we can use the security access key here. Okay, it doesn't do much in terms of the story. It just gives us a bit of a reprieve. For 60 seconds anyway. And there's nothing we can do up there. I'm pretty sure there is something we can grab though around here. A treasure of some kind. But I don't see where it is. Maybe that comes later. No, actually, it doesn't. It comes now. I think I've seen where it is. It's over here. There it is. Okay, infuse. It's very important that we don't miss that one. And can we go ahead and cast reset on this thing again? Yes, we can. Right then, so now we're going to be making our way back down to the south. That way. And we do have to go the long way round. Hi guys. I've seen a few more people have come online. So welcome. We're just making our way through the Dreadnought Leviathan here. And this is the PC version, of course, of the game. I didn't really want to break my chain there because of the extra healing we were getting, but it's no problem really. There might be a chest we can grab just down here before we move on. The alarm's going off once more. No, it's not there, but there can be one that spawns. Okay. Let's check that we are going up. Yes, we are. Up and around. You might want to hold R2 down as well, just to flee from some of these enemies. They are just going to keep spawning. Okay, there should be an alarm there. But for some reason we haven't triggered it. Why haven't I triggered it? I don't know, maybe because the alarm's all going off anyway, so it doesn't actually make any difference. Right, let's go ahead and eye drops. And let's just keep heading south then. Since all the alarms are triggered, I don't think it makes a big difference. Yeah, there we go. And through here. And there's going to be 2 more access things we need to turn off. But not before I grab my all-important chest. Okay, forget that for now. So they are on the map for us. No, I don't want to see the blooming security station report. Just want to reset the alarm. That's more like it. I can hear myself think now. Grab my treasures. I think I'll go ahead and just reset the alarm again before we move on out of this place. Did I see another chest there? No, apparently I didn't. Okay, well, let's go ahead and reset. Let's use the other one because we haven't used that one yet. That wasn't 60 seconds, was it? I can hear it going off again. Well, it didn't sound like it to me if it was. Okay, now let's get out of here. So we need to take the north exit to get out. But the red barriers might be back now as well. Okay. Oh no, they're not. We've got a nice cutscene.
Vaughn.
It's okay. We're okay.
Geese knows you've escaped. You must hurry. You are Captain Azalus. You will follow me. We must reach the airships before they do.
You would let us leave knowing who we are?
Lady Ash, by all rights you ought not even to exist. That you and Captain Ronsenberg were made to appear dead is like a hidden thread laid bare. Your actions hereafter will pull at that thread, and we will see what it unravels. This is our chance. We must see this through and get to the bottom of it. I believe 'tis for the good of Dalmasca and the good of the Empire.
Very well then.
Thanks, Lamont.
I must apologize. Penello, for you. May it bring you good fortune.
Thanks.
Let us go.
Okay, so we do lose Vossler at this point. Which means I probably lost the opportunity to grind trial mode with him, which is something I did want to do. Now, we do get some... I think we do get him back later. No, not Vossler. I'm getting my NPCs, my guest characters confused. That's a great question, Peritin. How would Steiner sound with voice acting in FF9? I've actually got no idea. He's always worrying about the princess, isn't he? So I think he'd have a certain level of stress in his voice all the time. Probably speak quite quickly.
We hold the proof of your royal lineage. A maid of passing resemblance will serve our purposes now. As for you, my dear, the Empire requires you no more.
What was that?
The Nethicite.
Your Majesty does not disappoint. Ever quick to spurn an honorable surrender, as was your father.
You know nothing of my father!
It is possible to unleash some quickening chains to take care of this fight quite quickly, if need be. But I don't have any yet because I need to wait until I've got some second job so I can see which are the best quickenings to learn. Yeah, a lot of people do prefer that, Jalexp. Do prefer playing with the what do you call it, with the Japanese voice acting. So you're not the only one. I'm just throwing a few motes here to take care of these guys sooner rather than later. In fact, they're probably good to use against Judge Geese himself. Right, I do need to get rid of this slow effect though. Okay, one more ad. Adam, welcome. Hello, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Just throwing a couple of dark motes from Fran here, since her physical damage is somewhat lacking. I haven't got a whole lot of the mind, but what we've got we can use. Oh, that Evergar mote, 1200 points of damage. Fran doesn't have a whole lot of health, unfortunately, either. Right, how many high potions have we got? We can't have that many now. I used a lot in a previous battle. We got 3. Oh, fantastic, Adam. Yes, it is. It very much is, unfortunately, a Brummy accent. I blame my parents for that one. Not the one I would have chosen. But you kind of get stuck with your accent, don't you, unfortunately? Are you, have you played it on the PS4 before, Adam? Or will it be your first time playing the Zodiac Age? Oh, that was a nice simple fight. Judge Geese can be renowned, being a judge and all, for being quite a challenge. But that wasn't too bad.
We've secured an Atomos. Come.
An Atomos? All skiff, no ship. Hardly fit for a leading man.
So I can fly it then?
You're mad.
Oh, I see, Adam. Oh, we can wallow in self-pity together then. Yeah, the Dudley accent is a form of the Brummy accent. Jalexp.
Hasn't gone too fast, they'd have noticed.
Anyway, we've got a bunch of cutscenes now, so I'll try and shut up throughout most of those.
Balthier, your handkerchief. I thought you might want it back.
I shall wear it close to my heart.
I actually really do like the combat system in Final Fantasy XII. I was quite unsure about it myself when it was first released back on Final Fantasy... Sorry, back on the PS2.
It was by his
But now that I've got used to it, I actually do like it.
That we were able to free you. You must meet with him, Your Highness, and give ear to his words.
I don't know, Jalex. I don't think that's too bad. Don't forget, guys, if you do want to pick the game up on PC, I have got a link in the description, which is an affiliate link, but it's cheaper than Steam because I've put a discount code in there with it as well.
I have played the fool.
And that's on Green Man Gaming.
You were only being cautious.
Majesty, I would ask you for some time. On our own, we struggle in vain to restore Dalmasca. I must search out some other way. Until I should find it, I would have Bosch remain at your side. Doubt him you may. But I measure his loyalty to Dalmasca no less than my own.
Oh, my eyes are stinging. Some neighbour is burning something. I don't know what the heck it is. But I can barely see. They're like just gushing and gushing.
Go to Ondor and there await my return.
Oh, hang on, Jackie. I'm just trying to make sense of that. So you play on the PS4, okay. The part where they find Penelo, right? You press the PS button and left to make coffee. Oh, I see what you mean. So it carried on in the background. And you thought it had paused by pressing the PS button. Yeah, I do that all the time. I do that all the time. You can actually pause the game, but I think you have to hold the PS button down, don't you? One or the other. Oh, let's hope, Pevertin. Let's hope. There could be. You never know. There could be. Right, so we're just leaving the town now at this point. And this is where we have to start making our long trek over to the Tomb of Wraithwall. But I don't mind, to be honest. It's an interesting journey. One where we can power up our characters quite a bit. We're currently level 10 through to 13. But for the first time, we've got a full complement of party members. And we can actually get to about level 18 or 19 if we do some grinding before we actually head into the tomb itself. So yes, it's a lengthy journey. But one that can be quite profitable for our team. It's 25 to 1 here, so I shall be soon going to get some lunch. Adam, the port seems to be spot on, quite frankly. I'm really surprised because, you know, Square aren't necessarily renowned for putting out fantastic ports. I mean, okay, they do put patches and stuff out, but there's not been any patches yet that I've seen for Final Fantasy XII on PC, and it's running very, very smoothly. And I've got it set to 30 FPS at the moment, mainly due to how it works on stream. My bitrate isn't high enough to upload at 60 FPS, and it just doesn't come through very well then when you're watching. But you can go ahead, if we go to graphics settings here, and set the frame rate limit to 60, and it's just so smooth, you just do not want to go back to like the PS4 version or 30 FPS ever again, really. But yeah, the port is great, it really is. I'm a little bit surprised that there's not a whole lot of changes. Well, I don't suppose I'm surprised. I would have liked there to be a few more changes. But in terms of gameplay settings, so graphic settings, there's loads, so you can, you know, get it set up for your computer. And there's actually one more change. There's two more changes. The first is that you can access New Game Plus and New Game Minor straight from the get-go without having to unlock them. And the second, I did make a quick video on this, you can cheat by maximising your license points or your gil at any time. A function that isn't available on PS4. Whether it will come in the future, I'm not sure, but it's not right now. Take me to your leader.
When Vossler learned my father had been killed the night of the treaty signing, he returned to Ravenastor, there to aid my escape. There was still time before Vane's reach extended too far. We thought that you could protect me.
However, when I then made the announcement that you had taken your own life, I must have seemed a model citizen of the Empire. The announcement, you see, was Vayne's suggestion. Of course, at the time I was reluctant, but I could not perceive his reasons. Now it is clear he meant to drive a wedge between us.
Halim, we are past all this. Bushirba must stand with us. We can stop Vayne.
I once knew a girl whose only wish was to be carried in her uncle's arms. Your Majesty is a woman grown now.
Then Bushirba will aid me.
Suppose for a moment you were to defeat Vayne. What then? You cannot simply rebuild your kingdom with the only proof of your birthright stolen. Without that, the Grand Kiltias on Boomises cannot and will not recognize your Majesty as the rightful heir. You may yet be a princess, but without proof of your identity, you are powerless. You will remain with me. We do nothing till the time is right.
I cannot just wait.
Then what does your Majesty propose we do?
Uncle Halim.
Incidentally, what is the going rate for rescuing princesses these days? Food would be a start. The good stuff, mind you.
This can be arranged, though it will take some time.
Time enough for a bath, I hope. Dirty business, you know. Ah, best bring a change of clothes, too.
Yeah, Adam, I agree with you. I know what you mean. I won't be using the maximum license points and gil cheat. At least not on this playthrough.
It's the proof that I need. I know where it's hidden.
But it's a nice feature. I know there will be people that will be able to make use of it.
This is something that I have to do. Not only for myself, but for all those who have fallen. I will not be made to hide. I'll fight alone if I must.
You still have Bosch, right? Besides, you can't just go around stealing people's ships. What are you trying to do?
I think my only...
I'm trying to concentrate.
Well, my only reservation about the whole maxing your license points and gil is that the feature probably should be a little bit more hidden, so that new players to the game don't accidentally stumble across it and think it's just an options feature, a game option, and then end up trivialising the entire game. I think it's a good idea to include it for veterans of the game that want to play about and be overpowered and what have you.
You're better off staying here.
But yeah, it should just be a little bit more hidden.
Kidnapped me instead. You're a sky pirate, aren't you? Then steal me. Is that so much to ask?
What do you have that I would want?
The Dynast King's treasure. The Dawn Shard is but one of the riches that lie waiting in King Wraithwall's tomb.
King Wraithwall, you say?
Kidnapping royalty is a serious offense. It won't do much to lower the bounty on your head.
How much is the price on your head these days, I wonder?
Allow me to escort you in Vosla's place.
Will you be joining us?
What? Are you kidding? I don't want to stick around this place.
Then I'm coming too.
Penelo.
Don't leave me here.
Of course not.
Then it's settled. We should leave before the Marquis realizes she's missing, like proper kidnappers.
Been quite a cutscene heavy live stream, this one. So that's fine. I mean, Final Fantasy XII is a very heavily story-driven game. I mean, it's Final Fantasy, we'd expect it to be. But I do like the cutscenes because they are well presented in this game. In Final Fantasy X, they came off really corny and cheesy. And I love the game Final Fantasy X, don't get me wrong. The sphere grid and all the optional content you have to do, it's a heck of a lot of fun. But they definitely improved how the story was presented, I think, in Final Fantasy XII. Even if it's a little bit more confusing.
Dr. Sid, does this set Draclaw?
I have confirmed he receives funds from Lord Vane. His agency in the fall of Nabudis is also certain. Yet, with Judge Zect, who led the assault, missing, the truth remains difficult to ascertain.
The long, cold years have clouded my eyes. I cannot see my own son's heart.
My lord.
This illness will claim me. So then, who is to be my successor? The Senate fears the capable Peregrine Vane. They prefer a young, fledgling emperor. Gabranth, once in the past I laid siege to your homeland.
The Republic of Landis is long since gone. My allegiance lies wholly with the Empire.
Perhaps. But what of your brother? He did not accept us as you did. He fled to Dalmasca. Did you never think to follow him?
I follow his every move. He is an enemy of the Empire. He will be cut down.
So you would kill even your own brother for the Empire. Be that as it may, Gabranth, your ruthlessness is not without merit. But it must not become this way with Larsa. You must ensure that it does not.
So then you ask me to be his sword, to strike where he might not.
Rather be his shield. Gabranth, keep your close watch on Vane. His is the keenest blade of all.
My lord.
Do this for me, Gabranth. I could not bear to...
Hello, Deji, Yan. Why do I love to play FF12 again? Oh, I like the game, quite frankly, but also I wanted to make a couple of videos for YouTube to compare the PC version to the PS4 version since it's just come out, and it's just basically become an opportunity to do some live streaming more than anything, and it's been quite a lot of fun chatting to people as we play along, and it's more of a laid-back playthrough this is anyway. So for those that are just joining, I wouldn't recommend this live stream as an actual walkthrough for the game. I have obviously done a walkthrough, and that's up on my channel, you can check that out. But yeah, this is just more of a chill-out playthrough than anything else. But I'm really enjoying the live streaming. It's not something I've done a whole lot of before on YouTube.
Across the sand sea, to the
having focused more on just pre-recording content and uploading it. It's a lot more fun for me to actually chat to people while I'm playing, as opposed to just chatting to myself, I should say, which is what I'm normally doing. So welcome to those just joining us, by the way, on the stream.
Hey, what do you mean for a change?
If you haven't already, guys, don't forget you can support my channel just by subscribing to it on YouTube. And that'll keep you notified when I post new content in the future. No, I've got multiple diamond armlets actually, Adam. The reason for that is that they sell for 6,000 gil. And since you get them from the very first trial mode stage, they're very easy to farm over and over. Just collect it, kill the rats, start stage 2, quit, and then save your game and go back again. And so early on in the game, not later on, there's more effective ways of making gil with the cat ear accessory. But early on in the game, you can make, you know, a nice bit of gil to purchase healing items and a few weapons and magics and what have you by farming a few diamond armlets and selling them. And I've still got one to equip as well. I mean, we can't use it really for the invisible weapons such as Seitengrat on PC, unfortunately. Well, I mean, you can technically if you want to rely on a 1 in 10,000 chance of getting that weapon. But in terms of RNG manipulation, that is something that isn't working, unfortunately. Right, so let me just see what it is we can learn in terms of weapons here. This is where we're going to begin our long trek over to the Tomb of Wraithwall. Our long, long trek. Learn a couple of maces. On farm, there we go. And yeah, we can increase his magic potency, which we probably will do. I've not thought of it like that, Peretin. A voice like Dalboy. I've got to say, though, that would be pretty funny if he did. We'll have to wait, won't we, and find out if there's going to be a remastered version of Final Fantasy IX. Oh, we can start learning remedy laws now. That's going to be helpful. A remastered version of the game. And then we'll have to see what his voice sounds like. But yeah, Dalboy would be an interesting choice. We'll leave Ash for now. And we've got Penelo back. White Mage. For some healing, hopefully. Okay, let's go ahead and just see what we can purchase now. A nice damaging weapon there for Balthea. We'll go ahead and equip that immediately. And a nice mace for good old Varn. And can that wizard staff be used yet? Yes, it can be used by Fran. And, oh, I forgot to sell all the stuff that we just unequipped. We'll do that now. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. 20 minutes, Jackie. That's very good. Congratulations on getting your Zodiac spear. Okay, so do not sell the Great Serpent skin yet. We'll be using that later on. Alright then, folks, well, it's time for me to go and grab some lunch, I think. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and finish the stream here. But I'm probably going to be back on again later on this afternoon. So if you're around then, please do come and join me. It's 10 to 1 now. Hopefully I'll be back on in a couple of hours or so. I do want to try and get a Star Ocean video recorded as well at some point today. But we'll see how we get on with that. Yeah, but thanks a lot for those that have come and joined us for the stream this morning. It's been a lot of fun. And we've made some progress as well with the game, which is always a bonus, I suppose. But hopefully I'll catch up with you all again later. So thanks again, guys. I'll see you soon.